Muduk is coming back. The king will save Soyul. Jangyuk and Crown Prince will have a fight, and Yunok will expose Naksu's identity. Join us as we break down every small detail of next week's episode 7 of Alchemy of Souls Part 2. At the end of the episode, Jangyuk was still able to protect Soyul from Yamsu's final blow. Soon after, Soyul passed out from using all of his energy and from the pain brought by the blood parasite. Jangyuk faced Jinmu staff who killed Soi and hurt Soyul while saying the words, "No one will be able to walk out of here alive." Then Jangyuk emerged into a fight to get to the bottom of this. The assistant Guangju Yamsu had no chance against the most powerful mage in Dao. When Jangyuk had his life in his hands, he said, "Who put that thing in Soi's body? Was it Jinmu's doing?" Jangyuk questioned. "In the face of his death, I believe Yamsu will admit it, and even if he doesn't, Jangyuk has already believed it was Jinmu considering Chanbug 1 men are involved." We can also see in the preview that Jangyuk threw him at the end. He might still be alive or best, dead. Moving on, one of the men escaped and was able to alert Jinmu about what happened. Jinmu panicked knowing it was Jangyuk who was coming for him. Remember when Jinmu had no match against Master Li who mastered Huansu? He certainly had zero chance of beating Jangyuk who achieved Huansu through the power of the Ice Stone. Jinmu ordered, "Stop Jangyuk from entering Chanbug 1. But it was already too late because Jangyuk is on his move. At the entrance of Chanbug 1, Jangyuk beat the guards with a single blow without even an effort. The Crown Prince was also alerted about Jangyuk breaking into Chanbug 1. When Jangyuk arrived, the archers fired their arrows against him, which doesn't even stop him, not even a little. Then the Crown Prince entered the platform to talk and prevent Jangyuk. I believe Jinmu is using the Crown Prince again for his escape. Remember that it is in Jinmu's trait to use other people to benefit himself, just like what he did to Naksu. So the Crown Prince is now becoming one of his victims. The Crown Prince said, "Stop it, Jangyuk. I know that the sword in your hands reflects your grief, hatred, and rage. That is easy to say when he isn't in his place." Jangyuk's childhood friend Soyul was badly hurt. Jinmu and the queen also plotted to kill Buyan at the banquet just to have their hands in Jinyowan to summon another ice stone. You see, Jinmu was the root of evil in the series. Even the Crown Prince himself knows it, but he doesn't have the courage to fight against what he believes is right. Jangyuk then replied to him, "Keep hiding behind him, like you always do." I hope these words really wake up the Crown Prince. It's not too late for his character. Then Jangyuk pointed his sword at the Crown Prince. Meanwhile, Soyul's lantern of life is slowly fading. If you recall, each member of the So family has a lantern of life displayed in Soho Fortress. When the lights go out, it is an indication that the person is dead. So when Shaman Choi switched her soul with the queen, they had no other choice but to make the queen live, so her lantern of life wouldn't fade. And now that Soyul is in his life and death situation, his lantern of life is fading. But this is not the end of him. The royal palace has been aware of the situation because of Jangyuk's reason and action in Chanbug 1. In the preview, we can hear the king speaking these words, "If Soyul dies, it will start a great clash between Songrim and Chanbug 1. Given that the king himself has said these words, I believe he's offering a solution because he doesn't want a war to start because of Soyul's death. But we already know that Songrim and Chanbug 1 have been long enemies, and war has already started. The king wasn't just aware. In order to save Soyul, I believe the king will order everyone to do what they can and to get any help they can get. The first would be Jinmu. He can take out the parasite himself since he's the one who started using it. The second would be Master Li. He treated Buyan's petrified body. Taking out a blood parasite would be a piece of cake for him. Or the third and most obvious solution, the bird. In episode 6, Buyan's mother was asked if there is really a way to take the parasite out of the human body. She had a simple answer: insects are eaten by birds. This means a bird is a solution to So-Yul's life. This is just a symbolic plot, knowing So-Yul has always been fascinated with birds ever since his childhood. It is one of the reasons why he met Noxu and was able to spend some time with her. So-Yul and Noxu also shared good memories of the bird whistle, which he destroyed in episode 6. So yes, So-Yul will surely survive. And by surely I meant this. He's fighting alongside Jang-Uk, Dang-gu, and Park Jin. I believe this is the final battle in Cheonbuk 1. Meanwhile, as much as this will annoy us, Yoonok was the one to discover So-Yul's farewell letter. So-Yul's original plan was to bring Buyan to Danyang-gok and kills her himself. After that, he plans to just wait for his death. That's why he prepared a farewell letter to explain his actions when he was gone. If he'd been successful in killing Buyan, I believe he'll provide a reason why he killed her, and in that letter, Yoonok finds out the truth that Buyan is Noxu. I believe Yoonok asked Buyan about Noxu. Buyan was aware that Noxu is Jang-Uk's former lover. Buyan must have shown Yoonok that she has no interest in Noxu or Noxu's past, and that what matters is her relationship with Jang-Uk now. This explains Yoonok's words in the preview. She said she did not want to find out, so I plan to show her. She's planning on making Buyan remember. Yoonok knows that Noxu killed many people, including Jang-Uk, and if she ever comes back, no one would accept her again. No one would agree to keep her alive. Everyone thinks and believes that Noxu is evil. They didn't know that she was also a victim. Noxu was brainwashed and used as a tool to accomplish Jinmu's evil plan. Yoonok was planning on exposing Buyan by triggering her to remember her past. She must be thinking that if Buyan is gone, she could take her place beside Jang-Uk. You said you have no recollection of who you are, right? Yoonok asked, and then she splashed water on Buyan's clothes, which shocked her. When Buyan looks into her reflection in the water, she witnesses her eyes glowing and turning blue. In the final clip, Jang-Uk was aware of what happened and said, "The blue marks bloomed in her eyes like flowers." Could this mean Noxu regained her memories? Then now let's discuss Mudok's return in Season 2. In Episode 6, Master Lee revealed another thing that confuses other people. He said, once Buyan regains her divine powers, Noxu will also retrieve her old memories and will eventually be rejected by that body. Buyan must regain her divine powers first, so Noxu can have her memories back, not the other way around. So if Buyan's body will remain powerless, Noxu won't be able to remember her past. Master Lee's last sentence made everything complicated again. That if that happens, Buyan's body will reject Noxu's soul inside. It is possible that because Buyan had regained her divine powers, she can now cling again to Noxu's soul, turning the body back to its original form in Season 1. Can they cohabit again in a single body just like in Season 1? Or another theory, if Noxu's soul is pushed out of the body, this means Buyan's soul will come back to retake hers. I believe her divine powers have the ability to revive her own soul. After all, that's still Buyan's body. Part of her was still living in that body. If that's possible, what will happen to Noxu's soul if she's pushed out? Her original body was burned. Could Jang-Uk perform the alchemy of souls to shift her to a third body? Or Noxu's soul will just die? I know we have a lot of questions, but one thing is for sure. Mudok is coming back because Jung So-min is listed to have a cameo in Season 2. We will talk more about Mudok, Buyan, and Noxu's complicated stories and theories in our next video. So if you're new to the channel, we are doing a video for every episode of Alchemy of Souls, so be sure to subscribe to K-Drama Explained.